I accidentally hit it with the stick. It's supposed to mimic raindrops. Who knows? Sure is an attention getter, though, isn't it? I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. It's time for another reading. So, I already set everything up. As you know, we're on the road, so, the video's got to be kind of quick and to the point for uploading out here. But check this out. Somebody is still trying to get away with something. Seven of Blades energy. Upright. What are they trying to do now? Right? What are they trying to do now? Oh, and I was laying out the cards and I was kind of thinking about what this is, but I didn't notice that we have 77 here. Master number 77. That might resonate with someone. Check it out. This is what we got. This is clarifying what somebody is trying to get away with. So the first card was the Knight of Wands. They're trying to play games. Trying to play stupid, silly games, right? Either that, it could be that, or a passionate message, right? A messenger, somebody that's passionate about. But somebody's still trying to get away with something, unless the messenger is saying, hey, somebody's trying to get away with something. Oh, somebody might be coming in with some truth about something. A message. Maybe a message, a phone call. Whoops, sorry. A text or something. Somebody may bring in a message. Not like passion as in intimacy, but passion is like that they're for something, or they're for justice, or you know what I mean? Something like that, right? Or it could be a best friend being like, hey, I saw, now depending how the best friend's going to react is, up to the best friend. But it's like that, it's like, or, just being that good friend and trying to tell somebody, hey, this is going on, right? It could be that. Seven of Wands. Defensiveness, defending them. You know what? It might just be that. It might just be that. It might just be that somebody is going to tell someone, it's like they're giving them a tip. They're tipping them off. And then the Seven of Cups reverse. And this is about, not having any options when it's in the reverse. But it also could be because this doubles as the Chariot. And the Chariot represents, moving forward. It could represent the legal system or law enforcement. But this is a Seven of Cups reverse. So that's telling me that whoever we're dealing with here, they don't have any more options. Or somebody here is dealing with the corrupt legal system or some corrupt law enforcement. Wow. Isn't that interesting? I was thinking something totally different when I was laying the cards and the charms and things out. You know what? Let's see what is at the bottom of the deck. This is the Antique Anatomy Tarot, okay? So what do we have here? Okay, we have strength, right? So this is, somebody here could be a Leo, have Leo in their chart, or this person is trying hard to get away with something. It could be that. Or in the reverse, somebody is weak or a coward, and that's why they're trying to get away with something. We also have the Empress. Somebody could be against an Empress, right? But we could also be dealing with an Empress reverse, one of those evil types, right? So it looks like we're dealing with kind of like two people. an Empress upright, an Empress reverse, a good and the bad, right? And then we have Five of Cups, feeling left out in the cold. Somebody is either trying to make someone feel left out in the cold, or they do. But like I said before, 50-50 doesn't mean that they're actually feeling that way. Three of Pentacles, collaborating with others. Now, if you're not doing anything and you're just minding your own business, this is not you. You are not these people. Yeah, you are not this. You're not the one trying to get away with something, but someone in your environment may be. You know what I mean? I have a feeling if you're just minding your own business, this is you, Empress upright, dealing with an Empress reverse. And it's probably because they're haters or they're jealous or something like that, because that's usually why people work against others. Ooh, and I just heard thunder, so maybe so. We have the Four of Rods here, though. Now, this is okay. Now I understand. We have a situation that is soulmate energy, right? But we're also dealing with a karmic energy. So, yeah, this is a situation where it's like the good and evil, right? The good versus evil, the karmic and the good, right? Yeah, yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Somebody could be trying to get some money, you know? Yeah, somebody could be trying to get some money in this situation. But I feel like they're going to miss out, you know? And then finally, look, the Magician. Yeah, somebody here is manifesting something and somebody here is manipulating something. So I told you, it's kind of like a fight, good versus evil. And it's between an Empress and an Empress reverse, right? That's what I see here. But somebody, like I said, somebody is working in someone's defense. They might contact someone and say, "Hey, I have some defensive words, or I can this is I don't know." But it has to do, I think, with some corrupt law enforcement, politicians, or something like that. Trying to get away with something sneaky. All right, let's see what's at the bottom of this deck. Ten of Pentacles. Somebody's in their Ten of Pentacles, and somebody here is not. This is about longevity and something that just is not long lasting. So somebody thought something was going to last forever, but guess what? It's not. Ace of Wands. This is a strength card. Once again, there's that strength card. Somebody here is really strong, but somebody here is not very strong for some reason. Another messenger card. This is about a message of, maybe concern, but it could be fake. So use your own discernment. Yeah, somebody might have to go to jail. Yeah, or somebody's trying to trap somebody in the confines of their own mind. Look, Seven of Pentacles. This is the Star. Somebody could be a healer. Somebody could be going to get healed, or healing others or something like that. But in the reverse, this is about treachery. Three of Cups. Third party situation against a single person, a single lady. I told you. So now it's showing here. Oh, look, there's Queen of Cups. There's that Empress. Now it's showing here that there is people ganging up on one person, right? Just like I said, if you're alone and just doing your own thing, you got a group of people ganging up on you for some reason or another. It's not going to be long lived. So if you're just doing whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. This is something happening behind the scenes. It's not bothering you, then just yeah, it's okay. Right? I mean, I also grabbed these. right? We got the tree of life there. Okay, what does the tree of life say here? Let me see. Where is it? Balance and harmony, enlightenment and existence, life and death. There is so much more to the tree of life, but this is just a little kind of note jot down that but yeah, somebody out there is pretty much balanced and harmonious, right? Enlightenment and existence, life and death. You know, I feel if you're that one that's alone and you're just like, whoa, they're trying to get away with things behind your back, whatever, whatever, they're just going to dig their own graves and just. And if you're here to just listen for the story time, cool. But if you feel like this resonates, I don't think you have anything to worry about it. Let them do their stupid stuff. Because, the light always overpowers the dark. Right? Yeah. Here's another thing I pulled, an arrowhead. I haven't pulled this in a long time. I think I got this somewhere in New Mexico. I'm not sure, but we have the arrowhead, and that represents strength, protection, courage, purpose, and direction. Yeah, you know what? You might be in your purpose, your north node, right? Because the north node is your purpose. And if you're not sure about that, you can click the drop down, and there's I think it's called it's to find your natal chart. Like I think it's Astro Cafe or one of the. I haven't looked in a long time, but because I downloaded mine, I don't have to go there anymore, but um that's where you can get your own what do you call it, birth chart for free, and it's private. So if you're curious about that stuff. Anyways, yeah, and with this arrowhead, it looks like, obviously if you're minding your own business and not doing evil stuff and all that, you're protected. You're definitely protected. And strength was the first word for the arrowhead. And we saw that strength card 3 times, didn't we? So yeah, you're really strongly protected. I that's how I can put that. You know what I mean? And you have a purpose, the North Node or whatever, you're on your soul mission already. Good for you. It's a good feeling, huh? Anyways, look, I rolled these, and on top we have number 1 and number 6. It reduces down to number 7, doesn't it? 777. The number of spirit, right? That's how I feel about it, but you might want to look that up, okay? And then I rolled this, and we got 100. Something could happen in 100 days. Somebody could owe you $100. 100 reduces down to the number 1, new start. Like, yeah, it might resonate with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then finally, I got one of the, what is it called? Magical messages? Yeah. Let's look at the picture. So we have okay, look, it's like you got the universe in your hand, right? Yeah. And and that song just like blipped into my mind. He's got the whole world in his hands. Remember that song? I remember that from when I was a little kid. And then we have some rainbows right here. We have things growing off her, but they're plants, I'm trying to figure out, are those bees or what are those? Because there's little bugs flying, but they don't look like bees. Do you guys see that? I can't tell what those are, but it doesn't feel like they're bees, though. Anyways, there's a lot of universe energy there, isn't there? Stars, in the sky. Let's see what it says. No, you don't break that easily anymore. Instead, you use things as fuel, like an alchemist. Yeah, so you could be feeling some type of way right now, because maybe you do feel projections, but that some type of way is not the same thing as what the projections are. It's kind of like this card says, it's like fuel. You might be using those projections as fuel, to help you to understand things. You know, people throw out projections and do weird things because they want to hurt, but for some people, it is fuel, and it helps us to keep it moving, you know, in a positive way. You know what I mean? It's like that. And that's how you got to use those projections as positive fuel to succeed in whatever it is you're doing. Okay? All right, you guys, that's what I have. If it resonated, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Also, keep it true love energy, happy, friendly, loving types. We have nothing to fear as long as we stay calm and cheerful. I'm Mona, it's Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.